Running to say, I've been fighting this bolt underneath here. I mean, let's see, probably for a good 2 hours. So, you know, I figured I'd make a video because I'm so angry at this bolt. I've had more problems with the bolt when I want to come off. I mean, I'm sitting here, I'm hammering on these guys with every tool you can think of I'm using. And it's basically a 15, but it's all stripped of shit. It's crazy. It strips itself right on out of there. So, I mean, I've got these guys, they're just sliding around on it. Probably help if we did have the right size, but I mean, I've got about every size there is. Then I have these guys. So you name it, I've got the tool, right? You ever had that day you just can't get that old pan bolt off? These are great, but yeah, none of them's working. You know, I tried smashing on it. Well, not that one, but I was using that to hit it on with. These guys, I mean, you name it, I've got different bits. Something should go on there and grab it, right? Yeah, you think so too. Is that like a 16 pin inside? Try to smash a 14 on there. That's not doing it. It's just free spinning, slipping on it. So you know what? Even extended ones. So at the end of the day, here we go. This is the whole catch here. Wake up and get your shit together and realize this, okay? It ain't coming off unless you do it right. So I decided to get out number one mechanic's best friend. Let me show you how this is done too. But voila. The old pipe wrench. Let me tell you, nothing quite works like a pipe wrench. It works for a lot of jobs. It really is, truly, my best friend today. And it could be your best friend. Let me stop playing. But, I do want to say this. All that work. And all you needed was a pipe wrench. And I thought about it yesterday. I was like, I should probably get the pipe wrench out. But, you know, I'm hard-headed. I want to try not to use a pipe wrench. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So just your basic pipe wrench. I mean, I think this was $8, I believe, at Harbor Freight. I've used it for several tie rods. Now, back to the topic at hand. So, get down here so y'all can see this real quick. I got to get this job going. Still got a little bit of work to do because of that set me back. You know, it's always something. But either way, I basically got loose now. But I want to show you exactly how you got to do this to make this happen, right? It's not very difficult, but pretty much common sense. So any plumber knows how pipe wrenches work, okay? So basically they work like this. Tighten this down, make it bigger or small. You can actually, so if you tighten this on this bolt, you can actually get it so that it grabs on. You want to grab it. So look, let me show you. Just to stop dripping on it, I can show you a little better. I don't want to get dripped on now. I mean, definitely won't get it back tight by accident either, because it will tighten it quick. Anyway, you line it up and get it tight. Okay? If I can loosen it for now. But yeah, I'm gonna give you, I had to show somebody, I don't know. Sorry, you guys gotta get a tip today. Probably gonna cost myself a lot of jobs out of this one. Nah, I'm joking, I don't care. Like I said, I like to try to help you guys, but guess what? Like and subscribe if it does help you out, because I promise you, if you've been fighting this like I have today, it's been worse than all the other work I've had to do. Hands are numb, you know the feeling. Anyway, you just hook this right over the side. Leave them over for a second, hook it right over the side. And when you hook it, you want to do it with the jaws like this, okay? You just grab on, and then you tighten it down. And when this twists, so you tighten it down, when you let it grab on, and you twist it, it will naturally lock and grab, and it'll literally pop it right off. It took me literally half a turn. I mean, if that, and it was like, there was nothing to it. And now we have this, so voila. She's off, and she's done. And believe me, this bolt will be getting replaced. I probably should have did it last time I worked on the Scar, but it wasn't that bad. I think somebody tightened it because she did have a oil leak. Maybe they thought it was here, but it wasn't. I don't know. But there you go. It's a nice dirty oil. And that's all it took was the old pipe wrench. Let me show you what she looks like. Ow. You can see what I'm talking about. Make sure you understand I am not just making this up. That was craziness. All right, so real quick, let me grab my pipe wrench. Don't want to lose that now. That is my best tool I've ever bought. So basically, here's your pipe wrench, and there is your bolt. This is what was giving me all that trouble. All that trouble, literally. All this trouble over what? Oh, yeah, she's pretty nice and nasty looking. She got beat up pretty good. You can clearly see. She just needed the old pipe wrench action. And when the pipe wrench, let me show you one more time. What she actually does that is the best part about having the pipe wrench. Let me see if I can get you up here so I can show you. So the pipe wrench basically works as a. All right, let me find a better way to do this. That ain't gonna work, guys. All right, so pipe wrench is like this. So when it works, when you get a pipe wrench going, you would lock it on. So watch when I lock it on, okay? So you lock it on that bolt. Now we're tight. We got pipe wrenches grabbing, okay? When you turn, watch how the pipe wrench flexes. And a plumber would know this. When you turn it, it will grab anything. See that back end flexing? Let me loosen it so you can see how it flexes. It's barely, you hear it? It's actually re-grabbing it. Each time I move, it's going back and forth slightly. You see? So this moves back and forth to allow this to grab and allow the proper pressure. So this is a stupid 14, by the way. Stupidest car ever. Anyway, I gotta finish up all this. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. I'm working on all this. I didn't use the pipe wrench on any of this stuff, believe me. Could have probably, but no. Honestly, if you ever have a bolt, you can't get it. As long as you can get to the head, you have good access, get yourself a pipe wrench. And you don't need anything bigger than that. Unless you're working on something big, get something bigger for bigger bolts. And you gotta replace the bolt, of course, but, and I don't advise doing what I'm doing right now because I'm right over the timing cover with this bolt. That's pretty stupid. But yeah, either way, I'm not gonna drop it. I've done this good enough. No, either way. So if you see, that's all you need. Literally, I think this was 10, 12 bucks. Probably have it in your house. Doesn't got to be anything huge. 14-inch works perfect for a oil bolt. So, in conclusion, go get yourself a pipe wrench, and I promise you won't have any issues getting these off anymore. This is the tip of the day. Like and subscribe if this helps you out, too. Trust me. I want to see if it does. I guarantee you'll thank me. Be like, man, I cannot believe this dude just saved me all that work. I spent days doing them before, so I know the feeling when you first start working on cars. Let me tell you, right here, get yourself a pipe wrench. Stop fooling with it. Stop trying to smash on different lug nuts. I mean, you can see the assortment of lug nuts, right? You don't want to do that. Don't be me. Don't mess up half your tools and your wrenches. Get yourself the old pipe wrench out. I mean, I've got every strip bolt remover there is, just about. Get the pipe wrench out. Make it happen. That was literally 30 seconds when I got that. Compared to days and days of anguish. And about drained by now, so looking good. And real quick, if you got a Chevy Malibu and you're happen to be watching, learn how to get your oil filter. Really, just get yourself a pair of vice grips or pliers. Mine's already loose, I believe. Had to tighten it back down. Yeah, but right there's your oil filter. 2008 Chevy Malibu LS. I mean L4. LS L4, I believe. But yeah, she's already loose, so now I can just turn her off. Well, turn her off, not tighten her. All right, let me get that off later. Right there, though, is your oil filter. If you have a Chevy, because a lot of people are watching my Chevy video right now, I'm going to show you. It just turns off. But if you get a pipe, you can get the trench right in here if you got to. Grab onto it, and, I mean, literally, it'll do the trick, too. These teeth actually extend the grab, so. Yeah, you see it? So if you hold it, make sure if you don't work one way, you flip it around, but they will grab it off. Guaranteed. Better than any strip bolt remover you can get. Now, strip bolt removers are good for like tires, stuff you can't fit a pipe wrench in. But if it's got a head sticking out, there you go. And right here's your oil filter, guys. Make sure you always put this gasket back up top. Always. How many mechanics I see leave that off? But anyway, that's the oil filter. So now that this is done, I can start getting back to work and finishing my stuff. That was just insane. There you go. And so finish up the valve cover on this. A few other things over on my code reader. But there you go. Pipe wrench. Hope you learned something today. And you're welcome, because that was a pain in my ass. Not something I enjoyed at all. And if you have one of my trusty dusty little old thingies, they work great for even these filters. Just set it right there temporarily, but there she goes. She's about done draining. I'll probably hand tighten her back on for now. Get this wrapped back up and go get him a lug nut. I gotta get going though. He might have just texted me. So, all right, guys, good luck. And sorry, but I had to show you. I mean, 30 seconds. All right, later. Be good. Like and subscribe. As always, get yourself a pipe wrench. Peace. Get off here.